The website needed to be more accessible for all users. We increased font sizes, improved color contrast, and added alt text to images.
All right, we're diving into something that's, well, it's absolutely crucial for anyone who touches the web. Whether you're building it, running it, or just using it, we are talking about website accessibility. Okay, let's dive into this.
Just for a second, I want you to really think about this. You're trying to get around your favorite website, but you can't point. You can't click. You can't scroll. How would you do anything? This isn't just a thought experiment for a lot of people.
And we're not talking about a small group here. For millions of people, this is their everyday reality. A website that isn't built for them isn't just a minor inconvenience. It's a digital brick wall. It's a door that's been locked from the other side.
But here's the really powerful part. Those locked doors, we can unlock them. And the fixes are often way simpler than you'd think. It's not about tearing everything down and starting over. It's about making smart, targeted changes. And that's exactly what we're going to walk through right now.
So, first up, let's talk about keyboard navigation. Honestly, this is the bedrock. It's the absolute foundation of web accessibility. Because if someone can't even move through your site using their keyboard, well, nothing else really matters, does it? So let's get it unlocked.
I mean, can you just feel the frustration in that? Imagine seeing exactly what you want, the Buy Now button, the link to the next page, but you literally can't get your cursor there. It's like something's on a shelf just inches out of your reach. You're completely stuck.
So, how do we fix this trap? It really comes down to 3 key things. First, the tab order. When you hit the tab key, does it move through the page in a way that makes sense? You know, from the logo to the navigation, then the main content, then the footer, or is it just jumping all over the place? Second, can you actually see where you are? There has to be a clear, visible outline on whatever you've tabbed to. No guessing games. And third, all those cool custom buttons you built, do they actually do anything when you press the Enter key? They have to.
And you know what? The fix in the code is often incredibly simple. So let's say a developer used a div element to make a button look a certain way. The problem is a web browser doesn't know it's a button, so it just skips right over it. But by adding one little attribute, tab index equals 0, you're basically telling the browser, hey, pay attention, this thing is interactive, let people stop here. It is such a tiny piece of code for such a huge impact.
All right, let's move on to screen readers. We're talking about making your website totally usable for people who are blind or have low vision. These tools read a web page out loud, but they can only make sense of it if we give them the right clues.
Just imagine listening to that. Image, link, link. It's just a meaningless jumble of words. If a site doesn't have the right structure, this is the user's experience. It's the audio equivalent of a blank page. You can tell something is there, but you have no clue what it is.
So how do we give them that critical context? Again, it's pretty straightforward. 1. Every single image that actually means something needs descriptive alt text. 2. Use your heading tags properly. An H1 for the main title, H2s for big sections. This creates a virtual table of contents that a user can jump through instantly. And 3, please label your links. Click here tells a screen reader user absolutely nothing. But read our 2024 report, now they know exactly where they're going.
And this right here, this is the magic trick. Without that alt text, a user just hears image, a total information black hole. But with it, they hear bar chart showing a 25% increase in Q2 sales. Bam! You've just turned a digital void into a vital piece of data.
Okay, our final technical area to tackle is the color puzzle. Look, design is amazing, but if your beautiful color choices make your website unreadable for someone with low vision or color blindness, then it has failed at its most fundamental job, to communicate. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how clear the difference is. It's literally night and day. That trendy light gray text on the left might look cool and minimalist to the designer, but for millions of users, it's basically invisible. The high contrast text on the right, though, it's sharp, it's clear, and it works for everybody.
And this isn't just a gut feeling or a matter of opinion. There's an actual global standard for this, a measurable benchmark. It requires a contrast ratio of at least 4.5 to 1. But you don't have to do the math yourself. The best part is there are tons of free tools online that will check your colors for you instantly. No guesswork required.
So we've walked through the how-to for keyboards, screen readers, and colors. But let's zoom all the way out for a second. Why does all of this really matter? Because the payoff for putting people first, it's huge.
And look, this isn't just about feeling good, it's about being smart. A truly accessible site reaches more people, which means more potential customers. It also boosts your SEO because search engines love well-structured sites. It makes your brand look amazing, it lowers your legal risks, and, let's be honest, at the end of the day, it is simply the right thing to do. It's a win-win-win.
So I'm going to leave you with this one question. Think about a website you own, or one you work on every day. After hearing all this, what's the first barrier, the first locked door that you're going to go and unlock? Today? What's the first small fix you'll make to open up the web for everyone?